iconic duo than F1 and controversy. I'll wait! Seriously, can F1 not go one day without drama and or controversy? I'm sure we've all heard about the whole 2008 title thing that's been spoken about in the last few days, and I thought I'd do a small video giving my thoughts on it. But for those who've maybe somehow not heard about the whole thing, here's a rundown of the situation first, then I'll give my thoughts. So Felipe Massa has said he's going to look into legal options over the outcome of the 2008 F1 World Drivers' Championship title, which was won by Lewis Hamilton by 1 point to the aforementioned Brazilian. Yes, for those who haven't heard about this situation, we're talking about something that happened 15 fucking years ago. This is all to do with the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix, the race that contained the ever-infamous Crashgate scandal, where long story short, Renault fixed the race. I'm sure we all know about the Crashgate saga by now, and if you don't, just look it up. But when Massa pitted under the safety car that came out because of Piquet's crash, he had a bad pit stop and eventually finished P13, while Hamilton, his rival, finished P3, scoring 6 points. And Massa has since then dubbed that race as the race that lost him the 2008 title. But now it's come out from Bernie Ecclestone that the FIA knew about this situation of Renault fixing that race during the 2008 season, but didn't do anything about it at the time to save the sport from a huge scandal. Again, I guess you could say. I mean, this was only about a year after the whole Spygate saga. But this is what Ecclestone said when talking to, I believe, F1 Insider. "We decided not to do anything for now. We wanted to protect the sport and save it from a huge scandal. That's why I used angelic tongues to persuade my former driver Nelson Piquet to keep calm for the time being. Back then, there was a rule that World Championship classification after the FIA award ceremony at the end of the year was untouchable. So Hamilton was presented with the trophy and everything was fine. We had enough information at the time to investigate the matter. According to the statutes, we should have cancelled the race in Singapore under these conditions. That means it would never have happened for the championship standings, and then Felipe Massa would have become world champion and not Lewis Hamilton." Those are the remarks that Massa took interest in. And he said recently when speaking to motorsport.com that at the time Ferrari's lawyers had told him about the rule that says when a championship is decided, after the trophy is handed out, nothing can be changed. And that he believed the situation, logically, but it's sad to know 15 years after the fact that the former owner of the category and the at the time FIA president found out about it in enough time to do something, but didn't, just to save the name of the sport. You can understand his frustrations over finding all of this out. I mean, at the end of the day, it did cost him a championship, and now it has been said that Massa does accept that it's a small chance of anything being able to be changed in terms of the results, but he's still going to look into it. And this is what he said. "There are rules. There are many things that, depending on the country, you cannot go back after 15 years to resolve a situation. But I intend to study the situation, study what the laws say, and the rules. We have to have an idea of what is possible to do." Massa has also said he's not going after it for any financial compensation, and has also said that it wasn't uncommon for other sports to amend results many years later after new evidence had come out. "I would never go after it thinking financially. I would go after it thinking about justice. I think if you've been punished for something that wasn't your fault, and it's the product of a robbery, a stolen race, justice has to be served. In fact, the right situation is to cancel the result of that race. It's the only justice that can be done in any case like this." We've already seen other situations happening in sports, such as Lance Armstrong, who is proven to have doped and he lost all the titles. What's the difference? Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I highly doubt anything is gonna happen with this. I doubt that the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix will be voided and Hamilton, as a result, losing his 2008 title to Felipe Massa. You know, because mainly, we're talking about a race that happened almost 15 years ago. In short, I think Hamilton's 2008 title is gonna be fine. But God knows we're talking about the FIA here, so anything is possible. All I know is that in the slim chances that the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix is voided and Hamilton is stripped of the 2008 title, you're gonna want to go on F1 Twitter in a fucking hazmat suit, because my god, it's gonna be so toxic. Not that it isn't all the time. Anyway, God knows I call F1 Twitter a cesspit for a reason, but worse than normal. Oh yeah, while I'm here, in other F1 news, remember when Charles Leclerc got his Richard Mille watch stolen in Italy last April, sometime between the Australia and Imola Grand Prix? You know, the Richard Mille watch that was made specifically for him and is allegedly worth millions. Well, earlier this week, 4 people were arrested by the Italian police for the theft of the watch, and I have heard that apparently the watch was recovered, but don't quote me on that part. The Italian police also released footage of Leclerc pursuing the thieves in his custom Ferrari 488 Pista. There is never a dull day when you are a Charles Leclerc fan. But hey, it was after he got his watch stolen that things went to shit. Maybe his luck will change now that we've come full circle? Anyways, Charles' expensive as fuck watch and crappy look aside, what do you think of this whole Massa Hamilton 2008 title Crashgate thing? What do you think the chances are of anything happening here? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.